Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, the UK School of Journalism will remember one of their former students a year after he was shot and killed. We'll have details on Jonathan Kruger's memorial today, just ahead.
In Bourbon County, one person is dead after a bicycle and SUV collided, and a busy country road was shut down for hours.
And the clock is ticking for presidential candidates stumping in New York. That crucial primary is tomorrow. We're on the campaign trail with the latest ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Happy Monday to you. Good morning. I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
And I'm Bill Bryant, and we're so glad you're with us on this Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. We've all been comparing stories. Everybody was out and busy and enjoying it.
You had to. It was just so beautiful.
It's really good. The sunshine just abundant out there. It looks like that continues with those clear skies. Meteorologist Micah Harris is in our First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, we're going to have another good-looking day today. And believe it or not, it's going to be a little bit warmer today and tomorrow. Low to mid-80s expected. You heard me right, 80s. In the forecast, it's well above average when typically we're there in the mid-60s. So let's take you through the afternoon. Temperatures this morning in the 40s and 50s. Afternoon, we're right around 83 degrees. Extremely warm conditions. The question is, how long does that last? Does it last throughout tomorrow and then fade away, or maybe the next few days? Well, I'm going to go over that because we actually have rain in the forecast this week, and I'll show you when that falls coming up.
Okay, see you in a bit, Micah. Thank you.
We know this morning that one person is dead after a crash in Bourbon County.
The crash closed down Lexington Road in Paris for several hours. WKYT's Mike Byer is at our live desk with what we know this morning, and of course, Mike, there's things we don't as well. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill. That's right. Some details are still limited, but we do know that one person has died after being hit by an SUV while on a bicycle ride Sunday afternoon in Bourbon County. Now, we're working to gather more information about the accident, but here's what we know right now. Emergency crews in Paris were called out to the southbound lanes of Lexington Road near Evergreen Memorial Gardens yesterday afternoon. The Bourbon County Sheriff says this is where an SUV hit a person on a bicycle. The sheriff tells us the bicyclist died at the scene. The person's identity has not been released at this time. Now, it's not clear what led up to the crash. An accident reconstruction crew was out at the scene trying to determine the cause. Kentucky State Police is handling the investigation. Now, we've put in several calls to both Kentucky State Police and the Bourbon County coroner to get more details about the accident, but so far we have not heard back from them. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Thank you, Mike. This morning, a Southern Kentucky inmate who's been on the run since last month is back behind bars. The Knox County Sheriff's Office says deputies found 24-year-old Ronald Gray in a wooded area in the Boone Heights community. Deputies say Gray and another inmate jumped out of a transport van March 28th while going from the Knox County Jail to the Leslie County Jail. They caught the other inmate. 2 deputies were fired after that incident.
It's that time of year again. Today is the deadline to file your taxes. The IRS gave everyone a few extra days to file this year. They pushed the deadline back to today because Friday was Emancipation Day, recognized in Washington. Wallet Hub says Americans spend on average 16 hours doing their taxes. So you may want to get a jump start on that this morning if you still haven't filed. If you want to vote in Kentucky's primary next month, today is your last day to register. Kentuckians can now register and update their registration online with govoteky.com. County clerk's offices will accept online applications until 11:59 p.m. tonight, and they'll accept paper voter registration applications until the close of business today. Mail in your voter registration applications. Those have to be postmarked by April 18th. That is today.
All eyes are on the Empire State as New York primary is now just hours away.
And presidential frontrunners Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are hoping to come out as the victors in the home state, despite some recent wins by their opponents. Diane Gallagher is following the campaign for us this morning.
Senator Ted Cruz added another win in his column Saturday after sweeping all 14 Wyoming delegates at the state's convention. The victory comes 1 week after Cruz won big in Colorado, closing in on frontrunner Donald Trump's delegate count. Trump, however, remains confident.
He's got no road to the nomination. He doesn't. Mathematically, after this weekend, when he gets wiped out in New York, which he will, he gets wiped out. He no longer has a road to the nomination.
Now, the Trump campaign is counting just on that. According to the latest polls, Trump has a sizable lead with voters ahead of the New York primary on Tuesday. But it may not be enough to clinch the Republican nomination, and that is what Cruz is counting on.
You know, it's easy to talk about making America great again. You can even print that on a baseball cap. But the real question is, do you understand the principles and values that made America great in the first place?
Last week, it was Bernie Sanders who walked away with Wyoming, winning his 8th contest in a row. That momentum may not carry over to New York, where Hillary Clinton is also looking to win big in her home state. The latest polls show Clinton leading Sanders by double digits. I'm Diane Gallagher reporting.
And let's take a look at what is at stake in New York. On the Republican side, 95 delegates are up for grabs, but 291 are at stake for Democrats.
And right now, according to CBSNews.com's delegate scorecard, Donald Trump holds the lead in the GOP with about 750 delegates. Hillary Clinton also has the lead over Senator Bernie Sanders. She has about 1,700 delegates. Keep up with all the latest campaign 2016 coverage on our website, WKYT.com, or our news app. You can download it for free in the app or Google Play Store.
Time this morning is 5:06 on WKYT, and back here in Kentucky in Madison County, Zumba instructors did their part to help raise money for a fallen officer's family. Madison Central High School leaders hosted a Zumbathon with all the proceeds going to the Daniel Ellis Foundation. Officer Ellis died in the line of duty last year. Since then, his wife has created a foundation to do good in the community, dedicated to helping others in his memory. And the community has rallied around the Ellis family to remember badge number 457.
Alexis, approached and said, everybody's on board, we're going to do a Zumbathon. I said, I'm not very athletic. 5K Zumbathon, but it's been great, and just people have been able to come together and just celebrate Daniel's life, raise money to give back to Madison County, and have a really good time.
Katie Ellis is an assistant principal at Madison Central High School, has certainly been an inspiration to many. And organizers say the Zumbathon helped raise more than $500 for the foundation. Good to see them doing so much good in his memory.
It is great, and it's great to see her be so positive.
And she is.
It's amazing.
When you talk with her, I mean, she certainly says he was, and she wants to continue to share that with the community. Well, today, the UK School of Journalism will be gathering to remember and mourn the loss of a student.
Jonathan Kruger was shot and killed 1 year ago in Lexington. He was walking down East Maxwell Street with a friend. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from UK's campus this morning with more details on the memorial. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Michelle. It has been a very long and difficult year for those who were close to Jonathan Kruger. The UK School of Journalism will be holding a memorial today to remember the 22-year-old. The student here was a standout student in the photojournalism program who would have been promoted to advertising manager for UK's student newspaper this year. He had just returned to Lexington after covering the Final Four when he was gunned down just a block away from campus. The 22-year-old was walking home with a friend when 3 men pulled up in a van and pulled a gun on them. Police say Kruger died after he was shot in the chest during the robbery. The trial and the high-profile murder case will start early next year. 2 of the suspects, Ephraim Diaz and Justin Smith, are both eligible for the death penalty. Roman Gonzalez, the 3rd suspect, could face life in prison because he was a juvenile at the time of the shooting. Now, coming up at 5:30, we'll take a look at what we can expect when this high-profile case goes to trial on March 6th. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. It is 5:09 on WKYT this morning. We're just getting started with all the latest here on your Monday.
Video games, light boards, reading groups. No, we're not talking about your local library, but the McDonald's of the future. Find out what the burger giant has in the works. That's still ahead.
We have the 40s and 50s outside this morning. It's not a bad start. And then we hit the afternoon. We're talking 80s in the forecast. Very warm conditions. And I'll have that forecast coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
It all depends on where you are. I want you to look at these temperatures. 63 now in Jackson. Then we go off toward Frankfort, 47. Then we hit Lexington, 54. Then we go to the London Corbin area at 48 degrees. I mean, it all depends on where you are, but I promise you this, either way, whether you're at 47 or 63, it's not that bad of a feel as you step out the door early this morning. You won't need a coat walking out and about. You definitely won't need it this afternoon. If you could just bear with it during the early morning hours, I would still throw on a short sleeve shirt and also some shorts because it's going to be very warm. It's going to be that summer feel later on this afternoon. By noontime, you're talking about 77 degrees. Then by 5 p.m., 4 to 5 p.m., remember, that's when you hit your high. And there we go at 83 degrees. A lot of sunshine to be had. It'll look like the past few days. The only difference is going to be a little bit warmer. Then we head off towards your evening. This is patio weather right here. If you're not planning on maybe grilling out or heading out to eat, sitting on the patio, you'll want to do that. It's great weather for it. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., we're starting off right around 56 degrees. And the breakdown of this as we head throughout your next few days. Tomorrow is still very warm. Today and tomorrow are carbon copies of each other. They look just like each other, and they'll feel just like each other, too. But then we head toward Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, you're talking about mainly dry conditions, but there is a small chance of rain, especially in towards your afternoon off into the evening hours. We're talking about a passing shower or two. I put 30% on your 7-day, which we'll see in just about 30 to 45 seconds. But then we head off toward Thursday, and a few more rumbles start to pick up. Then we head off toward Friday. Friday is when your best chance of rain comes flying in the forecast. So this isn't a wet forecast, but we actually get some chances of rain, and that's going to be mainly Thursday and Friday. Wednesday, I just can't rule out that small chance of rain at 30%. But look at these temperatures, 83 today, 82 for tomorrow. And then we travel off towards your Wednesday. Once you start getting these clouds in here and also those rain chances in the forecast, that's when you drop temperatures down just a bit. And the only reason why Friday is at 64 degrees, and that's not cold air rushing in or colder air rushing in. What that is just rain becoming pretty widespread, especially Friday morning, because you got to remember during the morning hours is when you really see those temperature boosts. And if you have the clouds overhead and some rain overhead, it doesn't allow the temperatures to really jump up all that much. So 64, it's not because you're getting some cooler air. It's just because the rain's going to be overhead, keeping that column of air dry. Head off towards your weekend of next weekend. Looks pretty good. I don't see much of a chance of rain. We're in the 70s. It'll be like this past weekend, but about 10 degrees cooler. And that's still in the 70s. It's unreal. Yesterday we hit the low 80s for many locations. We were at Keeneland yesterday, the weather boys and me, and we took off and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw your picture. You all styling there, the glasses and the suits and ties.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We dress up every now and then.
Well, and
Every now and then.
I tweeted back that I guess, they can get out in public when it's good weather like this. Nobody complains.
Nobody will get mad at you.
Right, exactly. It's the truth.
Thank you so much. 5:15 right now. This probably was not the name that British engineers wanted for their new $300 million research boat. RRS Boaty McBoatface is the moniker for the state-of-the-art vessel, at least according to popular opinion.
Britain's Natural Environment Research Council asked for help finding a name last month in an online poll. Boaty McBoatface won easily with over 100,000 votes, but the poll is only a suggestion. The Research Council can choose their own name.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they'll choose Boaty McBoatface.
That's always a problem with the poll, People will tend to go for the pranky name,
Radio host there is the one who started the name. He's now retired, but he started the name. He apologized to the online group, but he still thinks it's a brilliant idea.
Well, we'll see how it goes. 5:16, Monday morning on WKYT as you hop to it. Get ready to go on this brand new work week.
When we come back, we'll have a look at your money.
One airline is dropping one of its fees, and we'll show you the McDonald's of the future. I'm Hannah Daniels in New York. I'll have those stories and much more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Welcome back to WKYT this morning on your Monday at 5:20. One food company wants you to lay off of their sauce.
And an airline is dropping a fee. You don't see that very often, huh?
Right, but here it comes.
Yeah, Hannah Daniels has the latest on your money.
Hopefully the markets can rebound after a disappointing close last week. The Dow closed down 28 points. The Nasdaq lost 7. Here's something you don't hear very often, an airline dropping one of their fees. Delta will no longer charge customers extra to talk to an actual person when booking a flight over the phone or at a ticket counter. The phone fee was $25 and the fee for buying a ticket at an airport was $35. One food company plans to tell their customers to lay off the sauce. Mars Food, maker of Uncle Ben's and Dalmio, says some of its pasta sauces will have labels suggesting limiting consumption because of the high content of sugar, salt, and fat. The company says it wants customers to understand the difference between everyday and occasional products to help maintain a healthy diet. It's being called a McDonald's of the future. The fast food chain is opening a restaurant in Missouri that will have kiosks allowing you to customize your burger. It will also offer all-you-can-eat fries. The restaurant plans to host playgroups and children's book readings. The new interactive playroom will feature tabletop video games and light boards. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Hannah Daniels.
All right, lots going on with the economy right now and your money. 5:21 the time this morning, and it's so good to have you along with us here on your Mondays. We get this day off and rolling April 18th.
Sports is next.
Mark Stoops liked what he saw from his team in Saturday's Blue-White game, and the Batcats needed a win on Sunday to avoid the sweep. We'll have the highlights for you next in sports.
It's a good looking start to the day. No rain in the forecast for today. Another nice, bright, sunny day. It's gorgeous outside. It feels actually really good this morning. We're in 54 degrees here in Lexington and 50 degrees there in Richmond, Waco, and also Berea. Head down south, London, Corbin area, Livingston, make your way into Mount Vernon and Rockcastle County, and then south of that into, say, Whitley City, and also make your way back toward Williamsburg and Saxton, Middlesboro. We're feeling really nice. We're in the 40s early this morning. We'd go through the day, yeah, not too shabby this morning, but by the afternoon, we're at 83 degrees, low to mid 80s expected in the forecast today. And that's not only today, that goes for tomorrow as well. And tomorrow will look the same too, with mostly sunny skies in the forecast. So mostly sunny and also warm today and tomorrow. And then we bring a little rain in towards your Wednesday, Thursday, and off into your Friday. I'll show you that in your extended day forecast in just a few minutes. Let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Mark Stoops just wrapped up his 4th spring football at Kentucky and could have his best team headed into next season. During Saturday's Blue-White spring game, the Wildcats displayed many of their offensive weapons. The two teams combined for 56 rushing attempts and 46 passing attempts. Stoops says the key to better offense will be a combination of two things: skill and experience.
I don't know if I want to say I'm more confident in the offense that was installed, but I'm more confident in our team, as we should be. As we move into year 4, like I said earlier, I think we have some players with some skill and some experience. That makes a big difference. So I'm more confident in our team.
The defense had its bright spots on Saturday as well. No one, though, had a better game than linebacker Denzel Ware. 15 tackles, 10 of them solo, and 4 sacks. He's just a sophomore, but he's becoming a leader on that side of the ball.
It did give me some confidence today. Coach Stoops said treat this like a game, and that's exactly what I did. I treated it like a game. I went out there and I played from my first rep to my last rep.
Now to baseball. After winning 4 straight SEC series, the Kentucky baseball team was at risk of being swept for the first time in league play on Sunday at Vanderbilt. Wildcats needing a Sunday win to salvage the series. The theme of the weekend was great pitching. Here's some good defense. Scoreless in the 5th. Connor Kasher hits the chopper towards third. Javon Shelby snags it and gets it to Evan White on the stretch for the out. Wildcats loaded the bases in the 7th. Troy Squires puts a bat on the ball. That's a double to right over the outstretched arm of the right fielder. That'll clear the bases to give Kentucky a 3-0 lead, and that would be enough for the Cats to win the series finale. Just the 3rd time Vandy has been shut out at home since 2012. And that'll do it for your morning sports. Have a great day.